In a world full of actual play podcasts comes another actual play podcast. But this one doesn't take itself too seriously. From dungeons to deep space, from swords to starships, a group of dudes who are not voice actors step into the chaos and try not to fuck up the plot too badly. This is Games in the Dark.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Games in the Dark. I am not Jamie Gale. I'm Liam, but today you can call me Cousin Bill, because we're going to be playing the cipher system in old Gods of Appalachia. I have with me today the person I know who lives closest to the hill country, Noah.
Hi, I'm near a hill, I think.
Near a hill. Jay.
Hey, I am not near a hill, but I grew up in the country, so I feel like I'm excited to feel the familiarity of a distant place, Appalachia.
And Gen G's favorite son, Mason.
Hey, I'm near mountains. That's like a better hill.
Wow, that's awesome.
An
That's
overachieving
awesome.
hill right there.
That's a hill with aspirations, reaching for the stars. You know what? I'm gonna put this on Jay because I'm in the GM role today. That's right, folks.
Oh boy.
The lunatics are running the asylum. Jay, I'm gonna give you you got a question for the people? You want to know
I
your
got
friends a
of
little
course,
better?
of course, Liam. I got a question, and we're coming off the holidays here, so real easy one. What was the coolest gift you saw somebody unwrap over the holidays that wasn't yourself?
Good question. Good question. I did see my nephew unwrap a knife from my dad.
Hell yeah.
That was pretty nice. That was pretty dope. He said, and I repeat verbatim, it's time you had a man's knife. The boy's 16. So I had a knife far before then. I think it's fine, but his parents did not seem too pleased, and that made it all the cooler.
Hell yeah. When I was like 5 or 6, I think I was 6 maybe, I got a BB gun and a Swiss Army knife for Christmas. Those were 2 of my presents.
You're dating yourself, man. What the
Hell yeah, dude. And I was like,
is that Christmas Story movie about you? Is that
yeah, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm about to wreak havoc, baby.
You used to live in
Immediately
Chicago.
started pointing the unloaded BB gun at people.
Yeah.
My parents were like, no, that's not how that works.
Jay is
Great.
literally Dennis the Menace, man. He would carry a slingshot in his back pocket all the time and
I
chew
had a
gum.
slingshot, dude.
Never
Yeah.
beating the octogenarian allegations.
Yeah, I had a slingshot for sure. It was green.
Oh,
It
dude,
was
I
awesome.
made a slingshot. That's the growing up in the country. That'll get you. Noah, what present did you watch? Or which present did you watch opened that you thought was cool?
Yeah.
It could be a present you gave. Maybe you think you gave a super good present. You know what I mean?
Well, I
mean, that'd
can't
be super
say the
arrogant, but
KitchenAid
whatever.
mixer for 2 episodes.
You can. I'll allow
That's
it. It just means you probably only gave your wife one present and people might judge you for that. I don't know.
Well,
That's okay. That's acceptable. If it's a nice present, it's a KitchenAid mixer. That's expensive.
No, I mean, okay, so that's the thing with I don't think she technically got me a present. We're very horrible to buy presents for because anytime we want something, we just kind of get it.
Yeah.
Well, it makes it like, oh, well, here's a little trinket thing that you
Right.
want instead. So aside from myself and my wife, oh yeah, my niece and nephews got Nerf guns.
That was pretty cool. I almost bought my niece and nephew or my nephew's Nerf guns as their
Which
Christmas present.
was wonderful because then, of course, they run around the house shooting everybody and each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we got little stocking stuffers. The rest of us from Jamie, like the little like single shot Nerf guns, right?
Yeah.
Saturday night
Um,
specials. Yeah.
yeah.
The
So
jolts.
so we got those, and I was like, you know what? This isn't doing it. So on Christmas Day, I drove out to Walgreens because they were the only one open to get the biggest Nerf gun that they had. Hold on. Give me a second.
Uncle Noah is pretty cool.
The
He's
uncle
walking into
always
the
comes
background.
to
Okay.
the function
Yeah.
with like the big water gun or the
Holy,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
battery
that's a big
powered
unit,
Nerf
dude.
gun.
Oh yeah, what a unit! What a
Oh my
unit!
god, it's
A
got a clip
submachine
on it.
gun
So
is how I
went out to
describe that.
Walgreens to get the biggest one that they had same day, and then
It's got
just
a clip of at
annihilate.
least 20.
Oh, this holds 40. It's a little
40.
drum.
Oh, it
And
goes
then
double sided.
Jeez.
You see how quick that
Man.
American math was, though? I saw one side. I said, that's 20.
Yep. So got those. My
Those
nephew
are
got a
around the house, those darts everywhere.
yeah, there
You'll
were.
find those for
There were.
weeks.
Yeah.
But my nephew got a much cooler one. He got like one of the electric, like automatic ones.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you, if you haven't seen like a Nerf gun in the past like year, they changed the darts to this little
Yeah, they
thing.
put
So
a hardcore in them.
yeah, so for listeners, it is no longer like a hollow tube of a dart.
It's not just
So
foam in
they're
a
a little
tube
bit
shape
shorter.
anymore.
They're a little bit shorter, and they have like a little nub coming out the back. So apparently, they shoot harder and longer
It's true.
range.
It's true.
They hurt. They hurt a lot more, especially
Speaking
with
of
his little electric automatic one that will pelt you with 6 of them in a second. It's very fun, very fun. I think that's the first Nerf guns that they've had, so it was very, very fun.
That's cool. Do you guys know the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel? Do you know that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. It's pretty popular. A few years back, they
They've
had
yet to
some
subscribe
videos.
to us, by the way.
Yeah, I know, right? They had some videos where they basically had Nerf gun fights with their kids, and the amount of Nerf guns that family owns, at least in those videos, is insane. And my kids over the holidays have been watching those videos like on loop, it feels like. So the pressure for me to go and buy some Nerf guns is pretty high right now. So I feel like I've got maybe a month or two to let Christmas cool down. I'll have to go.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Source
used
some
to
Yeah,
be
that's
so
tactical
into
parenting
it.
right there,
Fun.
too.
I used to be so into Nerf guns. So I had we had a spare bedroom back then that I made into my Nerf armory. There is shelves in the
So
room
your grandmother
lined with
came to
Nerf
stay at your
guns.
house, and
And
just
yeah,
like,
exactly. It was a Nerf room. And I would
Why?
modify the guns, right? So I would open them up, take them apart, put bigger springs in them, and put spacers in them so they'd shoot harder. I used to be really into Nerf. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I am a person who owns an outdated, and I will say outdated because the darts have changed since then. When I was in college, we used to have Nerf fights in the quad.
Oh, nice.
And I had basically towards the tail end of it, I decided to go all in on because I have a lot of spender's remorse, and so I often buy things like if there's a trend, I often miss out on the meat of it because I wasn't willing to spend the money up front, right?
Mhm.
This is a case of that, right? So for months, we were having Nerf fights all over the quad. I was finally like, I'm gonna go get like a good Nerf gun, right? At the time, I had a friend who worked at Toys R Us. That's how long ago this was. Um,
Yeah.
And so I went to her Toys R Us, and I was like, "Yo, let's go." She hooked me up with the employee discount, I believe. It's
Nice.
cool. So I have a Nerf sniper rifle that breaks down into a rifle and then a handgun as well. Like I can take it apart, and it's two discrete Nerf guns.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. He's like, I know. He's like flashing
That's
back to the
pretty sick.
Nerf wars. in
That one
95.
was in column B, row 3 on my shelf.
I saw it. Like that scene in The Hangover where all the math comes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, family, today, shall I say, as we gather around, Ken,
Mason, do you have an
today
answer?
we are playing Oh,
The
sorry,
the
Mason.
Mason answer?
Yes, do you have an answer?
Nah, I
Did
don't.
you see anyone open a cool present? You saw no one open a cool present.
Not that I
Wi-Fi, new
wanted.
router, new router.
It just don't have to, doesn't have to be something.
Wi-Fi.
I didn't want the knife. Like, it was just cool to see my nephew open a knife.
I don't have like younger cousins or nephews.
You're the
for
youngest
matter.
one in your family, aren't you, Mason?
No, I do have younger cousins. They just don't like post their things
Love
on
you.
Facebook because they're not that young. Their parents are not posting like their Christmas morning videos
Okay.
because they're like
Mason's never beating the
16
child
now.
allegations either. They're like 16. That was like a year ago, man. Well, kinfolk, gather around because we're here today to play the old Gods of Appalachia. Now, Appalachia is a place that is near and dear to my heart. I've been going there since I was 7 or 8 years old. Aunt has a nice little house up there. She likes to have us come and visit every now and then. She's a sweet little lady, and the wonderful folks of Maggie Valley, North Carolina, probably know my face all too well. So I've spent a lot of time there and always love to go there. Feel like it's a good healing place. And so I wanted to bring a little bit of that to you today at the table. And by the way, anybody who in real life is of a mind to, I'd encourage you to spend some time in Appalachia. Maybe make your next vacation over there. They're still recovering from Hurricane Helene, but there's a lot of nice things to be had there, a lot of nice hikes to take, a lot of nice food to eat, and a lot of nice folks to meet. So yeah, I'd encourage you to go and spend some time and maybe some money over in Appalachia if you're of a mind to, as I say. So today, Mason and Jay have done the homework. Isn't that right, Mason and Jay?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel
I have done some homework.
you're prepared? You're prepared for the assignment.
Yeah. But I
Um,
don't like where this is going because now you're gonna shit on Noah for the next 20 minutes.
no, I'm not going to shit on Noah. I'm going to say Noah's the teacher's aide.
Oh,
Yes,
Noah's here.
exactly.
Why would I shit on Noah? Noah's my boy.
Hey, us Americans gotta
Yeah.
stick together, you know.
Yeah. I am a real. Okay.
tribalism.
Don't
Fucking
want to get copyright claims. Come on, guys.
othering ass.
So Noah's going to allow us to walk through the character creation process together. So the Old Gods of Appalachia is based on the cipher system, and it has a very simple character creation process. So essentially, there's 5 easy steps, as it says. So you're going to choose from one of 4 types. No.
Yep.
You're then going to
Sage.
choose a descriptor, and you're going to choose a focus.
Yeah.
Then you're going to choose a character arc.
Character arc.
And then the 5th step isn't really a step at all. It's just begin the adventure. So the types are protector, sage, explorer, and what was the 4th one there? Forget.
Speaker.
Speaker. That's right. That's correct. So do you have an inkling as to what kind of lifestyle you choose to embrace?
Oh, so I did some of the homework
Okay.
as per usual. I went sage.
You went sage.
Sage.
Okay. So you are a sage. What kind? So within sage, what this basically breaks down to, family listening in here, is within sage, there are other, uh, you could call them classes, you could call them jobs, professions that people do. Occupations might be an even better term. But sage gives you your basic stats. So Noah's going to start off. There are only 3 stats in the Old Gods of Appalachia. Noah's going to start off with 7 might, 9 speed, and 12 intellect at a base, right? Then he gets 6 additional points to allocate however he likes. So on top of that, what he's going to do is pick a sage, pick abilities for his sage.
Abilities, yes, of course.
Yes. That'll kind of determine his societal role.
Yeah.
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 So the abilities for so we all start out at first tier, right? You have a fillable PDF here, and
Yes.
your effort is 1, which basically
Effort
means
is
you're allowed 1.
Effort. Effort?
Yes.
Effort. Effort?
You have an intellect
There.
edge of 1,
Yeah.
a might edge of 0, and a speed edge of 0. You can bear 3 ciphers at a time, right? Just put that number in the bottom, I believe it's on the right-hand corner of your sheet. But that's how many you can hold. That's the capacity, not how many you have. Right now, you don't have any. Starting equipment. You start with appropriate clothing, just regular clothes, right? Plus 2 expensive items, 2 moderately priced items, and up to 4 inexpensive items. We'll get to that probably last, as it's usually easier to pick equipment last, I find. But it's 2, 2, and 4, right? Areas of knowledge. So you're trained in one, excuse me, stumbled over my words there. In one non-combat sage-related area of knowledge in which you are not already trained. So basically any, right? So that'll be cooking, crafting, herbalism, reading, teaching, or writing. Do
Okay.
you have one of those that jumps out to you?
Oh, obviously I'm a teacher.
He's a teacher. He's a teacher's assistant here. He's a teacher
I'm the
in the
best
game.
teacher of the party.
You're trained, and let me tell you what you're a teacher of, Mr. Hogwarts, because you're
yes.
trained in 2 of the following: crafting, understanding, or using magic. So you think, which one are you going to leave out? Let's say it that way.
Crafting. I don't care for crafting.
You don't care for crafting. In fact, you have an inability to craft.
Hey, sounds
Now,
good.
inability in this game does not mean that you can't do it. It means that it'll be a step harder in difficulty, and we'll get into the difficulty later.
Yeah.
Abilities. You have a special talent for harnessing and using magic. You're able to perform feats that others can barely imagine. Some abilities are constant, ongoing effects, and others are specific actions that usually cost points. That's why your point pools come in. Um, so choose 3 abilities described below. I'm currently on page 35 of the book. Were you able to get that book pulled up, Noah?
Yes.
Or no?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. You're on page 35 of the book. You can choose 3 of those abilities. We'll give you some time to vamp while Noah tells us about his top 5 tomatoes. Or not Noah,
Uh,
Mason.
all tomatoes suck. I hate tomatoes.
Mason. Top 5 tomatoes.
I'm not a tomato guy. I'm an apple guy.
I know you're an apple guy. Are you an any other produce kind of guy?
I don't have a tomato list. Tomatoes suck.
Okay. Do you have any other kind of produce list? You know what? You missed the train. Jay, what's your favorite kind of produce?
My favorite what?
Kind of produce.
Oh, my favorite kind of wow. Oh boy, that's a tough one. I mean, it's got to be something that's like in season in the summer. So like a peach, maybe. Peach is pretty good.
Little factoid
bet.
about peaches for you here. My state, South Carolina, actually produces more peaches than Georgia.
Oh, that's interesting.
I knew a
Yeah.
guy that got a tattoo of a peach on his ass while we were stationed in Georgia.
A peach on
Is that his nickname?
No.
Peaches.
Should be, but no.
Yep. I'm a big fan of the kiwi.
Oh,
I like the
kiwi's
kiwi
good.
fruit.
Yeah, kiwi's good.
I like the pineapple.
Pineapple is
Dude.
excellent. Yeah.
I had a legendary mango for my
Okay.
whole trip
Let me
of
tell
Thailand.
you
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be able to live this
mango?
down.
Oh, let's hear
Canadian
this.
mangoes suck so hard, man. They suck.
Yes.
Thai mangoes, that's the best thing I've ever had in my life. It's like
King
candy, man.
mango. We're big in South Asia, or at least for a while we were. Maybe that's why you were over there. You were listening to the podcast.
Oh, that is a possibility. You know, I'd listened to a lot of episodes on the plane
Yeah.
to catch up.
One of my good friends said, my friend Amy, shout out to Amy. She said that she listened to 10 of our episodes in one day over the holidays.
Holy shit.
So I
Is
think
a, you know what,
she
Amy?
caught like the whole liminal horror arc like all in a day, I'm pretty sure,
Man,
which is
That's
badass.
crazy.
Amy, I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now, you are currently our number one fan.
She's our number one fan for
Congratulations.
sure. She's the best.
Congratulations.
My mom said she watched 10 minutes of one episode and said that this was incredibly boring and that she would never.
My sister has
Cut that out,
been
Noah. Cut that out.
letting my 4-year-old nephew listen.
Oh no.
But no, hold on. He only wants to listen to the first like 10 minutes of one specific episode. I forget which one it is. And he calls it Uncle Talk.
I am an uncle. I am an uncle.
Then we got both me and Jamie in there. And
Yeah,
Call me
awesome.
Uncle B around
Yeah.
these parts.
So she says she would love to listen to more of it, but he gets very upset when anything other than that one specific section of that one episode is playing.
You know what? Shout out to that little man. He's now our number one fan. What's up?
So let's see if we
Sorry,
have
Amy.
and I checked the retention rate on that one episode when we were talking about it, and it is so horrible because they're just giving like 5 minutes
He's
at a time.
tanking our show.
He is. He's tanking that episode so bad.
Noah, your nephew, I hate to tell you, we're going to have to take him out.
Got to
We're
cut him off.
Oh, that's adorable. You keep listening, little man. We might just like send you a CD burned version though, so maybe it doesn't tank our analytics.
He won't know what to do. I feel like it's, let's see, which one has a weird number of lots of listens? I think it's OSR episode 1 maybe, because that one has by far the most listens.
Wait a
People
minute.
love it.
You're not even in that episode. Oh, you're talking about Jamie's Uncle Talk.
Oh no. Maybe it's not OSR then, because no, it's something that we're both
Zweihander,
in.
maybe?
It might be.
Zweihander.
OSR has a lot of
Zweihander.
views. Maybe you guys need to play some more OSR.
I
like
when Jamie
OSR.
gets back from his holidays, yeah, we'll get into.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
OSR,
I
man.
love OSR. Yeah.
And that
It might-
campaign we've been running, those 3 characters, been going for a long time, a reasonably long time for us. And yeah, it's great. I like it.
Have you picked your 3 abilities, Noah?
Oh yeah, a while ago.
Okay. Oh, okay. You could have let me know. Give it a high sign or something. I don't know. But which 3 abilities did you pick?
I picked Foxfire. I touch an object, make it glow shiny. Easy forgetting. I make people forget stuff. And Charm Touch. I can restore stat pool.
Oh, that's
Very,
cool.
very nice. So,
Wow.
yes, in this game, damage is done to your stat pools rather than to like HP. So, similar to some other games I've played, but not a ton. I really like that system though. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna essentially build a sentence for around the character that Noah has created. So we're gonna have a descriptor, which is gonna be an adjective describing the guy, right? There's a list here on page 62 of the old Gods of Appalachia core rulebook.
62. Okay.
And it contains all the descriptors. Those descriptors are going to add something to the character.
Yep.
So just as we're kind of going through, I'll read through them. They're not terribly long. It's beholden, brash, charming, clever, clumsy, creative, curious, cursed, dishonorable, driven, educated, foolish, graceful, gracious, hardy, honorable, industrious, loyal, lucky, mystical, neighborly, oafish, outcast, perceptive, rebellious, scrappy, sharp-eyed, shifty, skeptical, skittish, smart, stealthy, stout, superstitious, swift, tickled, tongue-tied, uncanny, uppity, or vengeful.
Well, obviously, I went with skeptical.
He went with skeptical. All right, let's see what skeptical gets you. Now we'll go to the S for skeptical. Handily in alphabetical order here. Skeptical. People say a lot of things, but that doesn't make them true, or even any of them, frankly. If you're a naysayer, straight out, but you believe in finding out facts and things that you believe, facts and the facts of things before you make up your mind, you're a skeptic. You gain the following characteristics: insightful, +2 to your intellect pool. So that intellect pool goes up by 2, right? You're trained in the identifying skill. You're trained in all actions that involve seeing through a trick, an illusion, a rhetorical ruse designed to evade the issue or a lie. For example, you're better at keeping your eye on the ball in a cup containing the hidden ball, seeing an illusion, etc. Right?
Can't hide your balls from me.
Can't hide your balls from Noah. He's a ball hawk. All right. Okay. So then we'll have a. So right now we have a skeptical. What's your like profession within your identify or your class identifier that you are?
Oh, profession.
You were a
Profession.
you're a speaker, but are you like a
No,
preacher
a sage.
or a sorry, you're a sage? You like a teacher? Is that
I am a. Is there a list?
no? It's
Oh,
just like kind of
okay.
something that goes with your like a wise person might be a teacher, they might be a pastor, they might be a hermit, they might be
Let's go with hermit. Let's go for the crazy street hermit philosopher
okay. So he
sort
is
of deal.
he is a hermit or he is a skeptical hermit. And then the sentence goes, he's a skeptical hermit who does something. And that something is a list, is his focus, right? So I have a list of foci here. That is the plural of focus. Um, so that'll also lead to more traits, right? Applies himself, becomes the beast, calls home the hounds, cannot escape from the darkness, crafts powerful objects, cures what ails you, defends what matters, delves the darkness, does what needs doing, fears no haints, gets rough and rowdy, hunts, knows Jack, knows the unknowable, makes a lonesome sound, manifests the mountain, masters the swarm, or moves like a catamount, possesses the gift, serves the green, shares the ways and signs, shoots sharp and straight, speaks in tongues, walks these woods, or would rather be reading.
I heard nose jack. Let's do that.
All right, knows Jack. You and Mason both know Jack. Whoever this Jack guy is, he's real
Jack's
popular.
popular.
Let me go to the Nose Jack page. That is on Nose Jack. Yes. Okay. So, tier 1, stealth skills. You're trained in two of the following. In two of the following: deception, disguise, lockpicking, pickpocketing, seeing through deception, sleight of hand, or stealth. You
Let's
can
do
choose. Hold on.
stealth. Nope.
You can choose disability multiple times, but you must. Okay, select a different skill each time. So
Uh,
choose two of those list.
which page is this on?
It is on page 101.
101, just so I don't have to make you read it 1,000 times.
That's all right.
All right, let's do lock picking and stealth.
Lock picking and stealth. All right. Trained. Right. So what trained is that's like the base. Like, so if I set a difficulty, you'll be able to operate at that difficulty. Right.
Okay.
If you're not trained, that moves you down one. But then you can be essentially better than trained. You can be practiced in something and move up one, or you can be specialized in something and move up two. But that comes
What?
later, right?
I thought trained was you were at an advantage. It moves one step down in difficulty,
Mm,
and practice
let me
just is
check.
the default, where you're not at a deficit or an advantage.
Practice is the default or trained is the default?
Practice, I believe.
You
I'm
might be right.
practiced with light and medium weapons, and I'm at a deficit with heavy weapons. Practice
Right.
just means I'm neutral. But light weapons,
Okay.
they give you ease of use because they're light weapons. So
Yeah, I think you're
that
right.
would be skilled.
Yes. Yes. Some level of skill, for sure. Your goods and currency, Noah, start on page, about, let's see, page 122, and it lists items as expensive, very expensive, exorbitant, moderate, or cheap, or inexpensive, I should say. And you're welcome to remember, take an appropriate set of clothes, probably just regular clothes for you,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
That doesn't
he
count
should
against your
just
items.
do whatever he's gonna bring to a ball, right? Because that's
Yeah, dance. He might
yeah.
wear, yeah,
We don't
yeah,
need
you
to worry
guys are,
about, like, what
we
he
don't,
owns at
we
his
don't call
house
them
or his
balls down here at the
his
holler, but we call them a dance.
you don't have to be
Um,
concerned what his Wells Fargo looks like. He could just sort of whatever he's
right, right,
taking
right.
out for the day.
That's
My
right.
my
Ragged
man
suit.
Clark has a briefcase, containing some other possessions, but
Interesting. Interesting. Clark is a man of mystery. So yeah, that actually segues me into a good thing while Noah might be thinking about his items here and rounding out the rest of his character. Um, you guys want to introduce your characters? Start with Mason since he's already warmed up. Mason,
well, where am I? Holy shit,
it
Jay.
sounds like a small aircraft took
I
off
was
in the
about to say, do
background.
y'all not hear that? Are we not gonna talk about
Yeah,
that? Jay, are
small
you
aircraft. I'm
taking
guessing a
off?
single engine
Is that me?
Cessna.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
yeah, it was you. It was Jay.
Listen, I got my fireplace roaring.
Oh, it sounded like your mic
Ah,
slowly, like,
you know what?
pirouetted towards something.
Give yourself into the warm embrace of those fires, the flame licking the wood, and let's just introduce our characters here. Jay, who you playing today?
Me?
Yep.
I am playing Edgar Briggs Kelly, or EB to his friends. Edgar is a stealthy protector who walks these woods. He's an older gentleman in his mid to late 60s.
Spring
White,
chicken by your standards.
yeah, that's right. White hair, droopy white mustache, and he's kind of like a hunter type who used to make a living in the logging industry, and now in his kind of pseudo retirement wanders the woods with a 4570 lever action Henry, and hunts deer and traps game, and finds truffles and all that kind of stuff.
Finds truffles. You got himself a pig or a dog, anything like that?
I think that he probably has a really old dog who's good at this one thing, but who he can rarely motivate, like an old hound dog, but he can rarely motivate him to go out.
I love that.
Because he'd rather just like lounge on the porch by the wooden rocking chair.
Mhm.
And old EB usually has a half burnt cigarette dangling out the corner of his mouth,
Yep.
and a deck of cards. You can barely see any of the numbers or suits on them. He plays solitaire like all the time, and so you can barely make out the cards anymore. That's EB.
EB. Mason, would you like to tell us who you're playing?
Yeah, I'm playing Clark Sampson, a dishonorable explorer who knows Jack. He's kind of a stocky, gaunt guy who, despite his job as a farmer, uh, keeps his tweed suits on him, from where he came from before. Uh,
Oh,
he's
little old
he's
Fauntleroy over
always
here.
been a kind of an outsider, and he's a relatively new addition to the area. But he's already married to his lovely wife. Uh,
Mhm. And his wife's name?
his wife's name is Mary. Uh,
Mary.
and yeah, he
What a
hasn't made a
cheerful
really
name for
good
such a
impression on the folks. He's
handsome
kind of an
woman.
awkward guy.
So he's
Uh,
relatively new to the area.
yeah,
Okay.
What was his name again? Sorry, Mason.
Clark Sampson.
Clark Sampson. Got
Clark Sampson. Where's he originally from?
He doesn't really talk about where he's from normally, but you
Oh,
assume
wow.
it's
Okay.
probably northeast somewhere, bigger city
Oh, we got
center.
a carpetbagger here, folks. Oh, all right. Noah, have you picked a name for your character?
Oh, I sure have. This is Sargentino. No last name. Just like
Sargentino.
yep, Sargentino. So we've gone
Okay.
through skeptical, hermit, sage, who knows Jack.
Okay.
He lives in the streets around town. People know him.
He
People
lives
think
in
he's
the
weird.
streets or within the woods? Does he live down in the holler?
Oh,
You got a small town here.
yeah, he just lives in the streets,
All right. That
not
works for
even off
me.
in the woods. If there's a street, he's camping beside it.
Yeah. So he's probably a little bit eccentric, you know? People probably
Yeah,
think like,
people think he's weird. He likes people thinking he's weird. Doesn't
I like
really
that he likes it.
do anything to hurt, harm, or bother anybody. People will be like, "Ah, yeah, that's Argentino. Don't worry about him."
Okay. Like that. That's good. Well, y'all are all gathered here today for a mighty big deal in this community. We see you before the days of TikTok and Skibbity Toilet Mason. Folks used to get together
The before times.
in the before times, and they were at a they would occasionally do this at a dance, a community dance hall, right? You might see a hoedown, you might see a, you know, just call it a cakewalk or something like that. But occasionally would get together. And all of you guys know someone who's invited you to this dance. Would you like to specify? We'll start with Jay. How
All right.
how you got invited?
I have been invited to the dance by Miss Odessa. And I'm going to find your description of Miss Odessa here in the
Oh,
chat
Miss
real quick and give
Odessa.
you the
What a flower.
shortest
She's a gem.
little. Yeah, she seems like a nice lady. So I read it for Miss Odessa is that you can call her Miss Odessa like everyone else in these parts. She's everyone's granny and no one's sweetheart, and that's just fine by her. You need fixin', cursing, or general magic making, you come right to her and she'll fix you up. I think that Miss Odessa sounds like she's an older lady, so probably a contemporary of EB's. And EB, on his journeys out in the woods, he probably gathers herbs and berries and that kind of thing, and whatever other little trinkets, shed antlers, whatever that Miss Odessa needs for her folk remedies. So,
Mhm.
as being neighborly as she is, Miss Odessa has extended the invitation to EB to come to this
Mighty
this
kind of
here
her.
this whoop to do. I haven't had a whoop to do in a while. I'm looking
Well, it's
forward
about
to it.
time you have a whoop-de-doo, that's what I say, says Miss Odessa to you. You better get in this whoop-de-doo before I whoop your ass. Mason, who invited you to this shindig?
Um, well, I was only like partially invited. Originally, Clark was not anticipating going to this event, but due to recent circumstance, he is required to get his last paycheck. He recently quit from the mine and decided to focus solely on his farm. Uh, but he needs his last paycheck now, and he's to believe that Dion Beatty uh,
Mhm.
has his last paycheck and is going to be at the dance. So he's
So he's
searching
going to
around
collect.
looking for
He's there for
Dion.
business, not for pleasure.
Yeah.
Well, Dion, long ago, Dion dreamed of riding the rails and going anywhere in the world, anywhere that the world would take him. But he's a foreman at the mine. He only uh, goes places in his imagination now. Uh, Natty and reserved. Dion is hard to get to know, but rumors say he's not afraid of getting his hands dirty for the right price or the right amount of power. Noah, did you get a chance to look at this list, or would you like me
I
to?
did.
Okay.
So Sargentino, he's a slightly older guy, probably in his late 40s, early 50s, around there.
Hmm.
Um, young buck compared to Jay.
I was gonna
Yep.
say this guy sounds fucking young, man. He's a
Virile.
Yes.
strapping young lad.
Yeah,
Strapping
strapping young
young
lad there.
50.
But he's been in town for far long enough to know Dion, who's been there for quite a while. Uh, he's probably one of the few that Dion does talk to just because he's crazy. Not gonna remember anything anyways. Just entertain him. I'll talk to him when I that sort of mentality about it. Uh, so
Got a yarn to
Sorrentino's
spin. You got to have
at this
somebody to
dance
hold your spool.
because I feel like Dion doesn't really care too much about it and thought it would be very hilarious to see the any of the uppity type around here get uncomfortable from Sargentino.
Oh, okay. There you go. Well, the dance is it's a lively affair, and it's one that brings the whole community together. So you guys see everybody starting to gather around, and they're just chit chatting before things really get going. They know that something special is going on today. Opaline Reeves, you know her by Leanie. Um, she's gonna be playing her pappy's fiddle, right? Grandpappy's fiddle, but she just calls it pappy. Um, and she's a good musician. She plays just about pretty near everything, but she really um can get after it with the fiddle. And everybody seems to know that she's gonna bring a little something extra, knowing that her legacy is tied to this instrument. As everybody's mixing and the band is kind of warming up together, do any of you guys want to have conversation between each other or with the NPCs? Do you want to approach anyone?
Sargentino's just gonna be in the middle of whatever dance floor there is, just doing that little hootenanny jig. You're pumping your arms down and your legs are kicking out to the sides. Oh, we're gonna get up and down here.
You- I like that. I like that. While you're doing that, Aurelia Norman comes over to you and she says, Sargentino, good to see you. How you doing this
Oh,
evening?
hey, how's it going? How's it going here?
You been keeping well? You been staying warm?
Oh no, I have not, but that's just how I like it. I like to feel cold
Oh,
and alive.
yeah, you're a strange one, Sargentino, but bless your heart. And she just kind of walks up to the stage and she's kind
Oh,
of
watch me
she's
go.
kind of just saying hello. All right, there he goes.
I
Jay,
think
anything?
EB's like crossing the floor, and he's doing a very subdued shuffle. If you've ever seen a really old person who, full of joy at like a wedding or something like that, but also their knees and their ankles just don't do it all anymore. So the fronts of his feet, like his toes and that kind of thing, they never really leave the floor, but his heels come up as he shuffles across, and he's kind of got his shoulders going a little bit, and he'll cross paths with Sargentino and like kind of hook elbows and go for a little slow spin, and then keep wandering across and just kind of catch the odd elbow, go for, like, everybody seems to be like quite gentle with him, as he can, he's clearly like pretty fragile. Hits a few spins and turns with people's elbows as he makes his way across the floor.
That's wonderful. Mason, any kind of interaction you guys start to have?
Clark is probably just entering the dance now late, with his dress
Just kind of
shoes clicking across the hardwood, and he's holding a briefcase, and he's kind of sweating. And he just sort of is looking through the crowd, and he'll tap the nearest person. Say, is Dion here? Where is he?
uh, eh, so the woman you tap on the shoulder is a woman you know to be named Florence Effie Thomas,
Oh
right?
no.
She's tall. She's a tall woman with a long black braid and the world's best apple stack cake recipe, and uh, perhaps too intimate knowledge of everyone's goings on. Uh, she's also got a voice to make you weep. Uh, she lifts her voice and sings, whether in church or in a play or in the band, like you're hearing tonight. Uh, she makes you feel like she cares, and all your cares just fall away, and your mouth turns up in a smile. So, you tap Florence on the shoulder looking for, Dion, right?
Yes.
She says, "Well hi there, Clark. Um, yeah, I seen Dion talking to Gaines earlier. Those two are always up to something. They're all scheming together and trying to get one over and play me out and make me look bad on stage. But, that's none of my business. That's neither
Yes.
here nor there. Um, but I think he was at the corner of the stage warming up with Gaines. Like I said before. But yeah, you can probably find him around the corner up there.
Thank
But
you,
we'll be
Effie.
going on in just a couple seconds, so you might want to catch yourself a slice of cake and maybe just
Well,
wait in the corner, find yourself a pretty
that,
girl to
that,
dance with.
that's really quite fine. I would like to speak with him as soon as possible.
How's Mary? Is she well? She doing good?
No, actually, Mary has just fallen ill. She's not going to
Oh
be able to
no,
attend
bless her
tonight.
heart.
Yes,
I'm so sorry to hear
just as
that.
I
And as
was
soon as you
leaving.
say that, you see um you see her walk away. Roll me a difficulty two. So difficulty two in this system is going to mean that you multiplied each difficulty by 3, right? So you just got to hit a 6 on D20, on a D20, right? So Mason's going to roll a D20. His target number is 6. Um, he can lower that difficulty if he would like to by putting in effort, or if he has a particularly applicable skill, like maybe in perception or listening. But
Um,
but if not, he can just roll for that 6. So it's up
I
to
am
you.
trained in sensing attitudes, lies. Uh,
I'll allow that. So that'll bump it down to a 1, so you just have to get better than a 3
all right.
on
I'm
this
rolling
roll.
physical dice here. Let's see. I got an 11.
Physical dice. Got an 11. So you hear her, um, Florence, toddle over to a friend of hers, and you don't know what she's saying, but you know it probably has something to do with you and with Mary and with why Mary ain't here and why you're at a dance by yourself like you're not a married man. Um, and,
I sweat a little, but I don't let it
but
concern me on my
But
mission.
just as you're doing that, you start to hear some music, right? So the music picks up. The first song is just an old folk tune, just kind of to ease you in like a warm spring stream, right? As you're wading into the water. Just feels nice, feels natural. And it kind of gets everybody out on the dance floor, like holding hands and swinging back and forth and doing all the things that, they came here to do. Everybody's glad to see EB. EB's, you know, the young girls are coming up to you and giving you a little kiss on the cheek every now and then, like, "Hey,
Oh,
Uncle EB, how you doing?"
you're a sweetie. Did you get
Mm.
that deer jerky I sent your uncle?
"I sure did, it was delicious."
Oh,
Hi, is this Jay's real voice?
this is my real voice. For once in my life, I'm not voice acting.
Go back, cut to the intro. We're not voice actors. Uh, but yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Send that over anytime you like, Uncle EB. And you know what? We'll send you back some marzipan. We've been making it around the house lately.
Oh, goody. Yeah, that sounds like a good
Come
treat
over for a
to
glass of
me.
lemonade sometime.
Yes, ma'am. I
Next
surely
song
will.
picks up, and this one's a little more lively. So the young folks kind of take center stage. You see the twinkle in their eye between, the girls about to be the women, the wives of the future, with the boys about to be the men, the husbands of the future, kind of picking each other out and sorting through the crowds in this tiny little community, and just how the cycle of life is going here for many, many years of, people pairing up, running off, building families, and, coming together and helping each other and falling in love and spending time together and having fun.
Yeah, Clark wants no part of that.
Uh,
He's trying to push to this crowd.
I was just waiting for the it's sickening.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
What is it? Yeah.
I was trying to dance with my girl here, Mr. What's your last
Pardon
name?
me. I'm sorry. Excuse
Sorry,
me.
what's your last name? Character's
Samson.
last name is Samson. I was trying to dance with my girl here, Mr. Samson.
Yes, I'm
Getting real
apologize.
pushy.
I'm just trying to speak to Dion. It's important, you see.
Let's roll a
Yes.
persuasion here. So the guy you see in front of you is a hot-blooded young buck, right? He is he's a fellow that you know to be from the Cornell family. And you know him as a little bit of a
Not
rough
the
customer.
Cornells.
Yep.
Um,
And he's a little bit of a rough customer. He's dancing with a girl who's looks like she's there voluntarily, but kind of tentative about it too. You know,
right.
like maybe she wants to dance with this fella to make her daddy a little angry. Maybe she wants to make another fella jealous, or maybe she does really like him. But he don't like you, and
Well,
you know he's been known to throw hands over such a
in
match.
Clark's mind, this normally works. Where if someone doesn't like him, he's just gonna say a Bible verse related to what's going on. So he just smiles at him and says, "Let
You
them
got a
praise
verse
his
for me?
name with dancing, making melody to him with tambourine and lyre." And he just smiles. And I will
You
give
know
you a
what?
persuasion check.
I will ease that dice because I believe, though not directly quoted, that is a paraphrased Bible verse. It's a paraphrased actual Bible verse.
Oh yeah, I have Google up
I
here. I
believe
don't
it's. Oh, okay. There you go. I'm gonna.
but in
You
my
know what?
mind,
Anytime you get a
Take
Canadian
away
talking
that
scripture,
ease.
no, I'll take it down from a 3 to a 2. So you got to beat a 6.
Yeah.
On that
Okay,
side.
well, Clark does have area of knowledge Christianity.
Okay.
But he also has
Okay.
pleasant social interactions are at a disadvantage or inability. So I think it cancels
Inability.
out.
Okay.
It
It
cancels
does.
out.
It cancels
I'm
out.
just rolling straight.
So you're
I'm
rolling straight.
getting
I'm gonna
a
start quoting
8.
the Epic of Gilgamesh or something like that.
It depends on who you're talking to. You might get a
That's right.
bonus, you might not. You might get a penalty.
8 is what I got.
You got an 8. Well, the difficulty was 6. So he goes, "Don't let it happen again." And then he takes your tie and he just kind of flicks it back over your shoulder. So you look a little silly.
He looks actually.
It goes flying. Whee!
He looks a little enraged,
Yeah.
but he's like choking it back, and then he just like adjusts his tie and hat, and he pushes through the crowd further with no more care than beforehand.
Clark, just as you start to push through the crowd more, you hear something discordant come from Laney of all people. That's even you would know that's not normal, right? You hadn't heard her miss a note in your life, right? She's known in these parts for her musical prowess, and all of a sudden she's playing a tune all her own, and the rest of the band stops and looks at her. That includes Dion. That includes Gaines. Includes Florence. They stop and look at her, and they seem to not really know this song, but they're kind of tapping their toes along with it, and they pick up the melody and you get the rhythm, and heck, even Florence starts to improv some words every now and then, and you know you can hear her voice singing out like a fiddle over the wind, and you notice something strange. Can you all roll me a perception check? Difficulty 1, so just beat a 3.
I got to roll my dice.
Got a
Guys,
12 on
I'm
my
just
dice.
shaking my dice here. Don't worry about it.
It's very
Okay,
evocative
Noah's camera
image.
is on, and it looks very suspicious.
Oh, I'm not even looking at the camera.
19.
Number 9.
Yeah, I'll do it again for you.
19? 9.
thanks.
19, 9, and Jay? How'd you do?
I got a 12.
I get a 12.
Oh my God, Jay. He's starting a fire.
Jay is a real life troll. He's a Canadian ogre.
Hey, gotta stay warm out there, man.
That's right. So anyway, so you all notice something happening as these strings are being pulled from Lenny's fiddle. It looks like it's pulling the life out of the folks around you. Everybody's looking a little older, a little more wizened is the kind of way EB might put it, right? A little more perhaps experienced, right? And then when when all is said and done, you just as the play continues. Okay.
He's trying to focus. Okay.
As the play continues, Jay.
Sorry, I'm just trolling.
Jay, I'm
Liam
building a
and our-
narrative here.
You're doing so good. You're doing so
All right.
good.
Keep going. Keep going.
Doing so good.
Let me roll my die while you do
Liam,
that.
we're almost there, Liam.
Let me roll my die.
So you notice that hairs are turning
9.
You notice the hair turning white, the back's bending, people even getting a little shorter. And everyone kind of does it in their own way. See a little salt and pepper on some folks, and some folks, they look downright aged. Hold me a knowledge check, something maybe related to the ancient mystical arts, the unnatural.
I am trained in illusions and trickery.
Illusions and trickery. Trickery would apply. So this is going to be a difficulty 4.
Yeah, I'm also through illusions and tricks.
I'm gonna fail anyway. I only rolled a 5 on the dice.
I got a 6.
So
Jason?
you're not trained in anything that would be related to that, Noah?
I am. I got the illusion and trickery as well.
Illusion and trickery. Well, so the
Yeah.
DC on this, because it's a 4, right? So difficulty's 4, so it multiplies by 3. So the minimum number you would need is a 12, right? Jay has specialized knowledge. All right, well, the minimum number you would need is 9 because you're trained in one thing, right? Jay also needs a 9. Did you pass that 9?
I failed. I got a 5 on the dice.
You got a 5 on the dice. Mason.
Is this Christianity? Does this happen in the
I wouldn't say it's
Bible?
Christianity. No, it doesn't happen in the Bible.
Well, I
It's a
don't
good
have
book,
any
you should read it
applicable
sometime.
Yeah, there's
skills.
that Bible song when the devil went down to Georgia and played his fiddle. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that scene in the Bible where everyone ages really hard.
Yep, doesn't.
And then God said, man, I got to slow that shit down.
That's that island movie.
Oh, yeah, thinking of M. Night Shyamalan's Old. I get those confused sometimes.
Yep, that's what you're thinking of. You
The
get 'em mixed
Bible
up.
in that
Bible and M.
movie.
Night Shyamalan.
Yeah. I got a 7.
Oh, we
You got a
suck.
7. Yep. So
We don't
none
know
of you
what's
guys
happening.
know where this is coming from. What I do need you to do is I need you to roll an intelligence defense roll.
Ooh. I have a fancy ability, Liam, called Don't Mind, which means I'm
Okay.
trained in intelligence defense, and I have +2 intelligence armor for intelligence defense checks.
Ooh, okay.
Which is, I think I'm going to chalk that up to me being world weary and old, you know?
Yeah.
So I've got a question about probably doesn't pertain to this specifically, but the pools for each of these. So you mentioned I had a +2 to my pool for intellect. We didn't really
Right.
go over pools in general. Do I have
So-
anything in my pools?
So yes, your initial starting stats, right?
Yep.
Make up your pool, and then
It's like your
anything
max.
added to that, yeah, also increases that pool, right?
So like
So your pool basically, because these stats are not only, these are basically stats / spendable resources / HP.
Yeah.
Right.
Skyrim, Magicka, stamina, health.
Right. But if you run out of intellect, you die.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
So
or-
say I get that +2 to my pool, I should have 14 out of 12,
Right.
basically.
Right. Right.
Okay.
You
Got
yeah,
it.
your overall pool is 14 now.
Got it. I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. So you
Yeah.
ain't passing no matter what.
What's our
No.
difficulty here? I had a 15 on
Difficulty
the
here
dice.
is a 4, so 12 is going to be your target number.
Okay, so I need a 9, so I'm
Unassisted.
training in defense, and I rolled
Mhm.
a 15.
So
Okay.
effort
You're
costs
good.
So I
Thank God
three
you're good.
3 points, hey?
Effort costs 3 points, right?
That's a steep cost for my
Unless you
mana
have
with
an
only
edge. Do you
10.
have an edge in
I don't have edge in intellect, so
intellect?
Yeah, so how do
no.
you use that? How do you use edge and effort?
Edge and effort. So effort costs 3 points.
of your intellect in this case. So
In
it's, like,
this case, it
related
would
to
be
whatever the
intellect,
check is.
but whatever pool it's pulling from, you can think of edge as like armor for that, like prepaid cost,
Okay.
basically.
like damage reduction.
Right.
it.
DR is a great way to put it. So, if you have edge 1 in intellect and you want to put effort towards an intellect task, you'll get to lower it by 1 step in difficulty, and it'll cost you 2 points because the normal cost would be 3, but it's reduced by your edge, which is 1. Right?
Okay.
I explained that maybe the most confusing way possible. But you're a smart fella. So,
Sure. I'm a fart smeller, yeah.
Yep, a real fart smeller, Meg.
Yeah.
All right. So, I would like you all to roll for your defense.
Yep, I rolled a 2.
Whatever,
Rolled
I'll
a
use
2.
effort.
You'll use effort? Okay.
Yeah.
So, you're gonna roll against a, let's see, it was a 4, so it'll be a 9.
Okay, I just
gotta
gonna
do
get
better than
higher than
that.
a 9 is what you're telling me?
9 or better. If it meets, it beats.
18. Okay.
Nice.
Does that mean I get a
Okay.
minor effect for that, or does that
Nope.
not applicable for defenses?
Not applicable. So, Noah, you're the only one who has to roll this die. I want you to roll a D6.
Okay. A D6. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna get my bag.
Ooh, you get more dice, Noah. No more dice.
Guys, I get to roll dice.
Yay!
All
That's
right,
what this is really about.
D6.
We like rolling shiny rocks, guys. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I feel like a crow. A bunch of shiny things.
I feel like a
Alright.
crow. It's
Yeah.
not the first
Alright.
time Noah said that. It's weird.
D6. It's like this third time today. It's weird. 6.
6. Noah,
Is that good?
you gain pain and weakness in your
That's
leg.
not good.
So you're hindered in all tasks involving walking, running, or
Yeah.
Oh man.
You won't need to do
and you
that.
notice
any of
these
that,
people
though, don't
around
worry.
you are getting aged. And somebody in the stands goes, what's going on? It's got to be, somebody stop them. And they're like pointing at the band, right?
Heal the band.
Somebody stop them, please.
Can I quickly as old EB can manage? Can I do the Charleston over to the coat check and grab my?
I mean, you wouldn't have to check your gun. This here's.
I know, but
This
it's not
here-
a. It's not like a. It's a rifle. It's not a.
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
not a handgun.
It's not a hand.
Yeah.
It's not like a revolver or something.
For sure. For sure.
So I'm
I
assuming
gotcha.
it's with he's got his other shit,
Right.
over in the coat check. There's some kids like napping on coats in there for sure. One
Right.
of them, I gotta like pry my lever.
Maybe he
action
put
off
it in
his
there to
hand
help
'cause he's
if,
snuggling with
in
me.
case a bear comes in or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Bar.
And can I grab it and just like fire into like the ceiling, like warning shot style, to try to break the noise and see what they do? It's like, come on,
Yeah,
come on now.
absolutely.
Come on, none of that is some weird stuff going on here now.
So you fire off, loud shot, right in the middle of the dance hall. What the hell? And everybody rushes out except for the band. The band is compelled to keep playing. They
Just
seem
dedicated to the craft.
possessed. They look at you when you shoot that shot, but it's almost as if their eyes aren't focusing where their mind is. Right?
Are Sargentino and or Clark, when the shot goes up, do you kind of freeze in place or do you start running with the crowd?
Sargentino
Dion?
just what? What?
Clark's concerned with where Dion is. He's still on a mission.
Well,
he's
Dion's
in the
on
band.
stage. He's in.
Yeah, he's in the band.
Okay. So he's gonna initially freeze when the gunshot goes off, but then he's like, "Oh, this is great. All these people are moving out of the way. I can get to Dion quicker." Even though he's possessed and all, maybe I
Yeah,
can just
you can rush right up there if you want to. What do you want to say to Dion?
I'm just gonna say, Dion. Sorry, excuse me. I'm
on stage with the band, fully playing sorceress music. Excuse me, sir.
I need
Pardon me?
my
Excuse me.
I need my paycheck now. I need to. Yes, if that's okay.
I kind of in the middle of a show,
You
Clark.
no one
I've
is
got
here.
it with me.
Yes, that would be great.
I'd love to reach in, get it, but it's
I
it's behind my guitar, and
can
I ain't got the free
retrieve it.
hands. I can't let you move I'm playing the guitar. It's in my belly pocket on his overalls. Clark, we'll get you your money. Damn it!
It's kind of an
And
emergency.
you know that's kind of unusual for Clark to speak to you that way. He's usually more respectful, or for Dion to speak to Clark that way. Usually more respectful.
I think while Clark runs, goes up to the stage and starts engaging Dion, I think if Sargentino is still kind of in the middle of the dance floor, kind of, trying to figure out what to do, I think EB will go towards him and just kind of like put a hand on his shoulder, and he'll say,
I'll buy you breakfast in the morning if you go and take the fiddle out of her hands there.
and I'll point up at the stage
I'll come up with you, give you a hand.
You're saying this to who?
to
Sargentino?
Sargentino. Yeah.
Okay, Sargentino, you've been made
Yep.
an offer.
Prior to that sentence, as soon as the gunshot went off, Sargentino still just doing a little jig. Oh, this is a party now. He's like, free breakfast. Phew, you have me up free. And then I will let's see, I've got that painfulness. So hindered in all tasks involving walking, running, or climbing. So yeah, so what does that involve if I'm
You'd
trying
be
to
able to painfully shuffle over towards the stage.
Oh, my bag ain't what it used to be, but I'll get
when
him.
it says tasks, it really means like things that would require a roll. This wouldn't
Okay.
require a roll for you to move towards.
All right, I'll quickly run over with my hand on my back. Oh, my back ain't what it used to be. No, it ain't, but I will get that for you.
Now, is the band electrified? Like, are they plugged into amps or anything like that?
No, this is all acoustic.
Solely acoustic. Okay.
I'll run over and try to snatch the guitar. I'll be taking that. It's free breakfast for me for that.
Right, so you're just not going to say a word to her, and you're going to try to snatch the
Yeah.
fiddle out of Laney's hand? Or
Yep.
Laney's hand?
Yep.
All right, so make me a speed test. Do you have any skills that might contribute to that?
No, nothing that I think would
No
be
pickpocketing,
applicable.
nothing like
No,
that?
I mean, I've got
Okay.
stealth, but no sleight of hand, pickpocketing, anything like that.
You know what? Maybe you could sneak up on her and do that. Is that your plan?
I gotta stay true to the character. No, it's not.
No? Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
Well, it's going to be a difficulty 3. She's not a big woman or like imposing or anything like that. And you're a good sized guy, but
All right.
you
I
should
rolled a
likely be
10.
able to roll a 10. Right.
Yep.
So difficulty 3 would make it a 9. That means you passed. You snatch the
Hey.
fiddle out of her hand, and just as you do, a wave of relief washes over the rest of the band as they
I
drop
start
their
playing the
hands.
fiddle.
As soon as you start playing the fiddle, they look at you and they try to pick up your rhythm. Roll a difficulty. I used to play the violin when I was a young child. Roll a difficulty 5 test.
Yeah, it's not easy to play.
It's a
14.
difficult instrument. 14. So
14.
difficulty 5 would be a 15 required. So you're trying. It sounds like something.
Could I use my
it's just-
identifying skill to identify where I should put my hands?
No, you could not.
Okay.
But when you snatch, I'll tell you what we will do. We'll kind of retroactively take that back. Little retcon here.
Mhm.
So you got the fiddle from her, but you didn't get the bow. So,
Okay. Got
so
it.
you kind of try to pluck at the strings a little bit, but
Yep.
it ain't the same, and you're not having as much fun as Lainey was. And you can tell by the sour look on her face that she doesn't like people touching her pappy's fiddle, and so you decide to kind of put it down, right?
I will
Um,
throw it to Jay. What's your guy's name?
EB. EB.
EB. I throw it to EB. Here you go.
Oh,
EB,
boy. Oh, boy.
EB, roll me a catch test. Get it.
Oh,
We'll call it a
Jesus.
speed test.
All right.
I'm gonna make it a 2. It's not terribly hard.
Okay. Come on, baby. It's a 7 on the dice.
Oh,
Okay,
cutting
so
her
6
close.
was the difficulty at that
Hey.
point, but you did catch it. You fumble it a little bit, and you almost drop it, and Lady looks at you, and she's got just tears building up right in her eyes as she can tell you're about to smash her pappy's fiddle. But you lay out and put your arms underneath it. As old and fragile as you may be, you save that
my
fiddle, sir.
bones. My bones.
And
All
she
right, I
runs
got
over
it.
to you, and she goes, "EB, EB, are you okay?
I think I'll be all right. Might have to
I
put
don't
some
know what in
Voltaren on
creation
that
would have
later.
driven old Santiago over there to toss my pappy's fiddle."
Santiago.
It's
That's my
Sergeant.
cousin.
Sergeant Gino. Everybody in town
Yeah.
knows this Sergeant.
Saint Germino, whatever his name
Yeah.
is, I don't know.
Yeah. Now,
Uh,
there's something wrong in Sorcelled about this here fiddle. Didn't you see that music kind of washed on over everybody? There's
well,
craziness.
I ain't
Even
gonna give you
worse.
salt and tell you sugar, cause salt ain't sweet. There was something drawing me to play that song. I don't
It's a
usually
good
deviate
song. You
off
should
the
play it
set list.
again. It's a good song.
I,
I was getting down to that song.
I don't think it was Argentina. I don't think it was. I think it might be
Oh, don't sell yourself too short. I think it's a great song.
wrong.
Can I I don't know a ton about fiddles, but I assume like a guitar, they have the tuning knobs at the top. There's like 4 strings on a violin, right?
Mhm.
So I assume they have
A
tuning. Can I
a
like
fiddle is just a
loosen them?
violin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows that
Can
much.
I like basically loosen the detune the strings and even pull them loose, like at least one of them loose?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, you can
not harming the string, but just
right. You
untune
can
it so it doesn't break.
unstring without freaking her out. So basically, yes, it is like a guitar. The strings wrap around the
Tuning
usually
posts.
tuning knobs at the top.
Tuning knobs,
And
we're
yeah,
musicians here.
Yeah,
I believe it is
I'm sure
actually
there's some
called the tuning
fancy-
knobs, but this is not the fretboard.
Tuning
But
post pegs on a
tuning posts,
It's
not
or
the
tuning
F-hole.
pegs, whatever you call it. It is not the F-hole. But you see that she's not,
Tuning
you
tuning
know,
machine.
you see that she's not put out by you de-stringing her guitar. So you can
Well,
unwind it, and she's okay with that.
the rest of the band has stopped playing.
Yeah, the rest of the band has dropped their
Oh, this is great.
instruments and just stopped
Dion,
playing
yes.
and looked so relieved because they were keeping up with Leanie as best they could, and they felt compelled to do so.
Ah,
But when you talk to Leanie, she's one of the ones that doesn't seem like she's gotten any older, but she did seem like she was in a frenzy.
Are there any markings on the fiddle at all? Like anything that looks strange?
Some of the wood doesn't quite match the other wood. Just right where the neck joins the body of the violin, you can tell that there's been like a little patch placed in there of fresh heartwood. And it's
Can it-
been lacquered, and it's been rosined, and it's
Okay.
covered and everything like that. You can tell that it was done in a skilled way, but that but it's different than the other wood. The grain
I'll-
goes the wrong way.
I'll flip the fiddle over then as I'm inspecting it and see this, and
Yeah.
kind of just show it to her and point at it and say,
What's going on here?
Wait,
Was
she says,
this you?
well, yeah, I had to. It's my pappy's fiddle. It was old, and when the old house collapsed, one of the beams came right down on it, and it broke the neck off the body. So I had to get this feller out of town to repair it.
Awfully strange looking wood here. What was the
Well, it's just
feller's
a
name?
small heart. Um, what's his name? He's that feller what stays at the boarding house. Pollard Bales.
Does that sound
I think that's
familiar
his name.
to any of us?
It's a small enough town that you would know that there are people who come in and do like this occasional kind of work, right? They move from town to town, kind of plying a trade that would in a single town they wouldn't get enough work from, but if they move around, they're able to make their living off of. And so it's not abnormal for someone to come into town and stay at the guest or stay at the boarding house, you know?
Okay. Did any of us see him here this evening?
Nobody saw him here this evening. Well, you could ask around. I mean, you didn't see him here this evening.
Okay. I'll, as I see, I'm assuming that Clark is probably extorting the gentleman on stage now that he's free from his, you know, enchantment. But I'll maybe elbow uh, Sargentino quick, and I'll say, "You seen that Pollard Bales in the last couple of days?" As I
I'm sorry, to whom are you addressing?
to Sargentino, I'm just like kind of
Sargentino.
giving him the elbow and be like, "Have you seen that Pollard Bales? You're wandering around town."
Sargentino,
No.
why don't you roll me an identify check? But you roll an intellect check with your identify bonus of 3.
10 on the die.
So you got 10 on the die. It would be 3 normally, which would be 9. 9 is your target number. But then you had 1 skill, because I know you have identify to ease it. And you say, yeah, he's staying around the boarding house. It's Gilman's boarding house.
Would you like to know?
Yeah.
Listen, I got that breakfast coming for you tomorrow, there, pal. Don't you forget.
Throw in some coffee and I'll tell you.
Hell yeah! What's a breakfast without a strong cup of black coffee?
I take my coffee white.
That's awfully
It's just a
strange.
cup of milk. He's just having a cup of milk.
It's just like heavily sugared milk with just a little drip of coffee in it.
I want a latte. Behold the coffee.
Just a
You can have as much coffee as you
milk and
want.
sugar.
Little
I'm
bit
gonna
of
look at the like
latte.
50-year-old and be like, this younger generation, and just shake my head.
I want 20 of those creamer cups. Just drink those.
This is coming from
Mix it
straight
down
from the
with some
cow back
sugar.
in these days, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you better
Um,
watch out. I'll play you in Flippy Cup Creamer Edition, and I'll whoop your ass there, young man.
You don't know nothing about no flippy cup. I'll beat your old soggy ass in flippy cup.
We shall see. We
EB,
shall
you feel
see.
slightly self-conscious about your ass being soggy.
I know that my ass is soggy and saggy. All of those things. I'm well aware.
You used to be one of the soggy bottom boys back in the day.
Yeah.
Mason, you and Dion are having a little altercation. How are you speaking to this man? He's dropped the guitar. It's hanging from the strap on his neck, and he's
just like awkwardly waiting
stretching out his fingers.
for him to put the guitar down and give him his money because he's just
It's hanging by
explained to
his strap.
him.
Are you
what's going on.
doing anything to like kind of assert yourself, like tapping your foot or going that kind of thing?
I'm just kind of looking. I think I'm eye level with him. I'm kind of a tall guy. Even if he is up on stage, I'm just maybe swinging my briefcase back and forth slightly and
All
adjusting my
right.
tie.
All right, I know what that means. Yeah, you want to get out of here. You want to get paid. I understand. I ain't never going
Yes.
to keep nothing from you that's yours. And so he takes a check out of his pocket and he hands it to you. He goes, you're going to have to take that down to Carol at the bank. Like,
But a
Not gonna
check
be able to cash it till next week.
next week. No, you don't have
Yeah, it's
cash.
Friday, man. No, I don't have cash.
Are you
Not for you.
certain?
It's not from me.
Kathy, you
It's
said?
from the company. Carol. I mean, you can
Carol?
go to anybody at the bank, but yeah, there ain't no Kathy at the bank. Not that I
You
know of.
believe that maybe she could make an exception?
An exception to what? She ain't open. The bank's closed. It's the weekend.
Do you think these old folk here know Carol?
I mean, yeah, everybody knows Carol.
I haven't met her yet personally.
No, we should all be so
I would
lucky.
like to check this in as soon as I can. It's somewhat of an emergency.
It'll be
I understand.
Monday. She opens up at 6 a.m. on Monday. What, you having money problems or something? Clark, are you gambling?
Yes. Strucken with the many vices of this world, you know.
Clark.
Uh,
Clark, I'm sorry, brother. You want me to? I'll tell you what. I'll pray for you.
it is fine. I've already repented several times.
Yes.
Uh,
That's good. That's the first step. And if you ever need to talk to somebody,
Well, I do need to
I'm
talk
sure
with
there's
Carol.
somebody.
If I
Well,
could
yeah, but
do that.
you can't go calling on Carol now. She ain't at the bank. She'll be at the bank on Monday morning.
Excuse
I mean,
me.
you could cash it at the Walmart.
Oh, that would be great. I go to Walmart and I
there's no
cash the
Walmart.
check.
There's no Walmart. Sam Walton is but a twinkle in his father's eye.
I guess I go up to EB and I say, do you think you could open the bank for me? Do you know Carol?
Oh, everybody knows Carol.
Yes, I'm new to this area. I'm Mary's husband. You may know. You are Mr.
Oh,
Kelly.
Mary's husband. Yeah, that's correct, Mister. You can call me EB or Edgar, whichever. Was it? Forgive me, Gary or
Mr.
or
Sampson.
Mr. Sampson. All right, Mr. Sampson. Yes, I mean I know Carol, as I'm sure many people in the town here do. Can't just break into the bank or something like that. It's the weekend. She does have her hours. Is there something that you need help with?
I need to cash a check as soon as possible.
You seem singularly focused. This pardon me, mic check. You seem singularly focused. We did just have the entire town run out of this establishment in what appears to be some kind of weird woods witch magic coming over this. And I shake the fiddle in his general direction. And
Lenny
you're,
goes, it's still my pappy's fiddle. If you could just.
oh, I'm sorry. Yes, here, I'll just give it to you, Leanie. Here.
Your pappy was a
I'll tell you what. Don't give it to don't give it to me. Just put it in the case.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll put it in the case, close it up.
Okay.
While I continue talking to Mr. Sampson. And you're singularly focused on cashing a check. Well, the town flees out of here. I admire your focus and determination. That's exactly the kind of thing we need if we're going to get to the bottom of this, Mr. Sampson. You'll volunteer, of course.
I don't know if I have time for
you hear
such
Lenny
a thing.
You hear Lenny say, I really would love to hear some kind of resolution to this whole situation. I don't know what came over me, and it just makes me nervous. It gives me the heebie-jeebies to just not be in control of myself like that. I am good friends with Carol. I reckon I could maybe put a word in with her if you was to help Mr. EB here. He's so sweetly offered to help figure out this mystery.
So I'm to understand if we discover whatever caused your flicker of unholy instrumentation, I could speak with Carol and perhaps she could open the bank earlier, is from what I understand.
Well, I mean, I can't make no promises other than the fact that
That's
I'll
exactly
speak
what
with
you're
her.
meant to understand. Yes, we'll get it open post haste as soon as we solve this.
I'll
I
do-
say, I'm trained in lies and trickery. That's exactly what we're saying.
I'll tell you, the God's honest, I'll do my absolute best to get that check cashed for you this weekend. You'd be the first one in the county to get a check cashed in the
This weekend, you
but
mean tomorrow morning?
if I'll speak with her tonight. If y'all can, well, maybe
Yes,
it might take more than tomorrow morning. I'll speak with her in the morning.
Well, and we've got
So maybe tomorrow
Sargentino's.
afternoon.
Sargentino can help us as well. He's got breakfast riding on this, don't you,
Sargentino better.
Sargentino?
He snatched my
Oh,
pappy's
yeah.
fiddle right out my hand.
That's right. There might
Y'all
even be a
seen
box
him.
of
Y'all
donuts in
Pappy
there for
was a
lunch.
Satanist.
My pappy weren't nothing but a good Christian man. You shut your mouth, Sargentino, and she gives you a slap across the face. Light slap.
Oh, spit on me next time.
Oh, God. You are a brute and a liar. I'm going to leave you to Mr. E.B.
I just shake my head. This younger generation's going to rot. It's all of that. It's all of that PBS they've been watching. It should have only.
Yes, shit.
There's
Yes,
no
they are.
PBS. There's no PBS.
What year are we in? I need to know what year
It's
we're
like
in.
1930.
Oh, it's like 1930. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. I was thinking we were in like the 80s or the 70s or something.
Those National Geographics.
It said
like
early
1930.
1900s. It was awfully vague. It was
Yeah, I'm being.
All right.
It's
I
like
should be using more.
1920,
I got to use
1930.
more 30s slang then.
Yeah, there you
yeah.
go. But only
I'll
slang
find
that
out
was
much.
popular in the hills in the 30s. So
Yeah.
go back to the 20s. Then you're there.
He's been watching too much of that D.W. Griffiths. You know what I have those moving pictures.
Oh, he must have gone to Charlotte and seen him.
You know I ain't got no money for them pictures.
But
I do watch through people's
anyway,
windows, though.
so he does too. We just got the town drunk, an old man who lives in the woods.
I'm not drunk.
And
I'm as sober
and
as the day I was born.
that's true. We got the town
Yee-hee.
mentally challenged person.
He's just slightly schizophrenic, so don't worry.
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. He's got his. We've all got our crosses to bear.
Who is that? Who are you? What is that?
I mean, and the
Who is
worst
he?
of all, we got a Yankee.
These goddamn Northerners.
But he goes. Laney goes, if you want to find something out about him, I reckon you could probably go down to the boarding house and see Mr. Pollard. He can maybe tell you something about the patch you put on my pappy's fiddle.
Mr. Evie, take me there. We can discuss this with him. His loose repair work.
So let me grab my kit here. We can make our way over for sure. Come on now.
As you walk out, the
Sargentino.
town sheriff is at the door, and realizing that you've fired a shot in the middle of a crowd, you just confidently walk past, and he tips his hat towards you, and you just go out the door.
Hell yeah.
Nothing happens because it was justified. It was good shooting. So yeah, you just kind of shuffle out, and Sargentina, I believe you're with him, correct? Yep. And you guys go down to Gilman's board house. Now Gilman's board house is run by Ruth and Biddy Gilman. Right, Biddy's her husband. Ruth is a tiny woman, but she don't put up with nothing. You guys would know this from interactions you've had with her over the years. And Biddy's more the strong, silent type. It's an ironic type nickname. Nothing Biddy about him. Man's 6'5", weighs about 350 pounds, and eats 3 steaks a day, right? But he does the repair work and tends to be more soft-spoken. And Ruth handles the business side of things. And together they run a no-nonsense and very clean board house with a reputation for having excellent meals. In fact, some people say if you eat at the Gilman's board house, uh, then you can work twice as hard for twice as long as another man who ate somewhere else. And nobody knows if it's magic or if it's just that good. So you walk up and I don't know if you barge in or if you knock on the door. What do you do?
I think polite to knock on the door. See, I don't know
Sorrentino
how
just
many
tries to
people.
open it.
I'll let him. Yeah, and
You walk in
I'm
there and
probably in the back. I'm probably
immediately
slower than everybody else.
you're greeted by the tight salt and pepper bun and smiling face of Ruth Gelman. And she says,
Hi, Ruth.
Sargentino, I hadn't seen
Hey,
you in a
Ruth.
while.
Oh,
You got
see
some,
me, oh.
you must have
I've
got
seen
some
you.
money.
No, I've seen you.
Yeah, we see you through the windows too. Those glasses work two ways. It's a little off-putting,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I like when you can see me.
You can just come in and say hello, honestly.
Oh, no. You got that heat in that air. You know, it's too much for me. I like it out
Yeah.
here. I like it out where it's
Well,
raw.
we like having you around, so anytime you want to drop in, you're welcome to. And
Great.
Biddy comes
I
up
just walk
comes
in
up behind you and he goes,
past.
Hi, Sargentina. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, how
And he
you
kinda,
doing, buddy?
when you kind of look to address him, he kind of shuffles off into the corner, just like
Mm,
busies himself with a little task.
that's a
So,
weird
doing all
guy
right,
over
doing all
there.
right, doing all right.
He's a little weird, ain't he?
He might be weird, but I love him. You know. She blows a kiss to him.
Sorrentino will, like, reach his hand in between where her face is
Oh,
and, like,
you little
and take it. I'm gonna save that for later. Put it in his pocket.
scamp. Is that EB, Mr. EB? Is that you back there?
Evening too. Yeah.
Oh gosh, what brings you two together? I didn't know you was bosom buddies.
Well, now you weren't at the
He owes me breakfast.
I do. You weren't at the whoop to do earlier, I don't think, but there was some strangeness going on, and we were hoping we could talk to that Pollard Baines if he's kicking around here yet.
Oh, Pollard Baines? Yeah. Yeah, that's that out of town feller. I heard he done some repair work on Lenny's pappy's fiddle.
That's exactly what we were wanting to talk to him about.
Well, he's been held up in that room for 2 days. Honestly, it's starting to smell coming out of there. He's upstairs, down the hall, and
he's
third
having
door
him
on the
a
left.
Sargentino style vacation up in there. I see. All right.
I don't know what he's doing.
Little balled up Dennis in there. Bet it smells like wet mushrooms. All right, let's go up
God.
there.
Gross. Let's go.
Smells more like panic and flop sweat. I don't know. It's terrible. But
Oh, that might just be me. I'm sure. I'm
no,
bathed for a couple
it's
months.
upstairs. Your odor is very unique, Sargentino.
Oh, thank you.
It is a smell
You
all
know,
your own.
I try. I don't want to walk.
You hear Biddy say, she knows you're coming while you're 2 blocks down.
That's how I like it. You know, I don't want to wash off the smell.
Well,
Pheromone maxing. Yeah.
you're just as God made you.
Pheromone maxing is that what you just said?
Oh my
Oh, my.
gosh. And she goes, oh, hello there, to Clark.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello. We're here for that gentleman.
You're with Sargentino and EB?
For the time being, yes. I'm not typically here. I just needed assistance around the town.
You needed to sit. It's a 500-person town. You can't find your way around.
That's everyone
These
seems to.
carpetbaggers ain't know nothing about
Oh,
nothing.
ain't nobody knows the way around town better than old
Second floor,
Sargentino.
third door on the left. Go on in.
Thank you.
Ragamuffins coming down here, making it all expensive. Snowbird, son of a. And as she's kind of
Thank you,
walking
ma'am.
into
Thank you.
the. You're very welcome, EB. You come back anytime. I hope y'all have that breakfast here tomorrow. Be so nice to have you.
Oh, sounds like a plan.
We'll plan
We'll
for it.
we'll sit
You
on
still
the
owe me.
porch. Maybe we can make sure the inside stays aired out. And I kind of like
Oh, that
shoot a
sounds-
glance over in
that sounds
Argentina's
So
He's just
nice,
like picking his
EB.
ear.
And she looks at you as if to say, "I wasn't sure about you for a second with this Yankee, but now I'm back. Now you got me back."
Yeah, we're just filling Mr. Sampson here with the spirit of community, you know.
Well, I don't know how many years I know you can take the northerner out of the north, but can you put the south in them? We'll find
We're gonna
out.
try-
I reckon
we're
we'll find
trying-
out with him.
Yeah, we'll try to pump him right full of it.
All right.
Oh yeah, we'll pump him real good.
He's already up the stairs. He's
yeah, business like. Yeah.
Yeah. So third door on the left. You know,
Okay,
all these rooms would be full. They're all
I
the
load my
same,
Nerf
basically.
gun. I'm gonna load my Nerf gun. Make sure that I'm ready. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make sure that I have my rifle in hand and
By loaded his Nerf gun,
wrap-
that is of course Canadian slang for check the gas. But anyway, so you get up there and begin, down the hallway, get to the door, and when you reach out to test the knob, it's locked. Door's locked.
Did she didn't give us a key or anything by any chance, eh?
No, she doesn't keep a key. She hadn't had to in the
Gotcha.
past, and she feels like that infringes on her guest privacy.
That's fair. Well,
She hands them the only key to the room when they rent it.
yeah.
Gets it back when they leave.
Oh, so we just gotta knock. What was his name? Looking over at EB.
Oh, his name is Pollard, Mr. Bales. Mr.
Pollard?
Bales.
He's banging on the door. Mr. Bales.
And you do smell this scent, and it does smell like, if you've ever been in a truly terrifying situation, you know that smell of just panic when people have lost it and have been cooped up in a place for a while. There's an odor of stale sweat. There's an odor of just fear permeating through the air. And you don't hear anything at first.
This is not going as fast as I had hoped. I bang again at the door. Sir?
Yeah. Can either of you open this up in case he's in trouble?
When
I
you say the second sir,
Yeah.
you hear him go, "Go away. I'm armed.
Well, I've got 2 arms. Checkmate.
Come in here. I'm going to clobber you good."
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, the door's locked.
Yeah, the door's locked. You
did faulty repair work, sir.
I'll
We're
pick it.
just here to follow up.
I ain't never done no faulty repair work in my life. Everything I've
Well,
done
then-
holds up for
There
generations.
should be no need for firearms or anything of the such.
While he's
I
talking,
nod
and
while I'm
distracting
like holding my rifle. Like, that's right. There's no need.
while he's distracting and talking, Sergeant Tino's gonna pick the
Conversation.
door. Pick the lock.
Pick the door. Okay.
Oh yeah, I
give
have
me a
lock
speed
picking as well.
test.
What the hell?
You have lock picking?
I do.
Yeah.
And it would be a standard test, and so you'd only need to beat a 6.
20 on the die.
Nice. 20 on the die. So not only do you pick the lock, I'm going to say that you pick the lock so smoothly that you also kind of graze the door handle as you're picking the lock, and it's almost as if they didn't notice the door open right inside. Pollard Baines, and you just see him pinned up against the wall, holding a floor-length brass lamp in his hands, waving it around like an axe, like, "Stay back! I didn't say y'all could come in here. This is my room, and I rented it, and it's my right to defend my property. Stay back."
Well, that checks out. All right.
What do you mean it checks out? Of course it checks out.
That's a cool
Uh,
looking lamp. I got one longer
Sir,
than that.
It
excuse
ain't my
me.
lamp. It's the room's lamp.
Oh, you're just compensating for your small lamp. I get it.
Lamp you won. You come
Look,
any
that
closer.
lamp's like a 20-inch
Mr.
lamp. I got a
Bales,
25-inch lamp.
we just
Y-
ignored him for a moment. We're on.
I'll ignore him for the rest of my life. It'd be too soon.
Good
We're here
luck.
about a fiddle repair you did recently. Now,
Fiddle
I ain't
Mr.
never
Kelly
seen
repair.
may
y'all before.
know more about what to actually ask about this fiddle, but we experienced something of
So you
of
sound in your
unholy
tone
recognition.
you sound in your tone like your aim is to kind of soothe him and get some information out of him.
Yeah.
Roll me an intellect check.
Uh, I'm probably gonna be at a disadvantage, hey, because this is probably falls into the category of pleasant social interactions.
Yeah, it probably does fall under pleasant social interactions. So I would say it would
So,
go from a standard. So you need to beat a 12.
well, I got a 5. So,
Well, you failed, and he whips the lamp at your head.
all right. So, do I do like a might defense against that?
Yes, yes, you would do a might defense roll. It's going to be a 3. Do you have any armor advantage? Any kind of thing you could use?
I do not, but I rolled a 20.
You rolled a 20.
Yes.
Okay, so you brush the lamp aside essentially and are untouched by it.
Uh, I'm going to throw the man to the ground and start strangling him.
Okay, you need to roll another strength check for that. Separate
All
strength check.
right. I'm going to use effort.
Gonna use effort.
Yeah.
Okay. How many? Well, you can only use one tier of effort, so
Yeah.
that'll be 3 points out of your pool, and
-1 because of my edge. So just 2 points
minus one
out.
because your edge. Yep,
And I've rolled a 9. Great.
a 9. Well, the 9 will get you there.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's only difficulty 3.
Yep. So yeah. I'm assuming that you mean like when you mean choking, you mean like you're doing that shake like people used to do in the old black and white movies when a woman would say anything slightly emotional that a man disagreed with, and the man would grab her by the shoulders and go,
Yeah.
"Yeah," and she'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'll get back in the kitchen." You know?
No, no,
Are you like pinning him up against the wall as you do this, or like on the floor?
no. Clark he's changed his demeanor. He was like very put together. Now his face is red and he's kind of like huffing like an animal as he has dodged the lamp. And instincts has kicked in. He's just pushed the man over back into his room, and he's sort of pinning him to the ground.
I'm
Uh,
sorry. Okay, it weren't my fault. I didn't.
As this happens, I think I'm just gonna walk slowly in the back as the other two guys came in first, and as I see that, I'm just gonna like while Clark has him down on the ground, I'm just gonna like lower the end of the barrel of my rifle onto this guy's cheek and just say, "Why don't we all just calm down a second, hey, pard?"
Yeah, I thought y'all was. I didn't know what y'all was. I didn't know if you were demons or railroad men or holler men or what. I just.
we're just God's
It's been a
servants,
week, man.
my friend. We just need to figure out what you did to that uh, fiddle.
And fiddle.
Yes.
All you want to do is know. You just want to know what I did.
He looks over at Kelly. Yeah. Yes. That's all we want to know.
Yeah,
You
I
fiddle
know.
with that fiddle?
I worked on the fiddle. But the thing was, the wood I got weren't normal wood. And that's where we'll pick it up next time on Games in the Dark.
Perfect. Right on. Hey, we didn't kill anybody. We didn't get killed.
I actually didn't tell you there were 4 babies in the ceiling of the dance.
They were stacked one on top of the other. No,
No, they were the cutest babies.
When I turned around.
No, I don't like this
Oh,
anymore.
they all had such high IQs. They had bright futures.
No.
But guys, thanks for playing. Thanks for being, the best part of this game and GMing for the first time on a podcast. And
Yeah, we are pretty great. So
dude,
Yeah,
I
you're
do
welcome.
love
We make
that.
it easy for you.
Yes, thanks for jamming
Really
for
is.
us, Liam.
Yes,
That was
thanks,
You're
fun.
welcome, man. It's a pleasure.
Mhm.
It's an honor and a privilege. And for you out there, remember to like, subscribe, comment about my melodious voice, and tell Jay he's an old man.
You've been listening to Games in the Dark. Lights out.